Best quarterback from each franchise. We're going to start with the AFC. Here we go. New York Jets, Joe Namath.
There's really no other option here. He's probably the only quarterback associated with the New York Jets at an all-time scale, I guess. But, yeah, this one's pretty disappointing.
Buffalo Bills, Josh Allen. No disrespect to Jim Kelly, but he's not a better player than Josh Allen. He might finish as a top 10 quarterback of all time when it's said and done.
New England Patriots, Tom Brady, the greatest quarterback of all time. Miami Dolphins, Dan Marino. He's a top 10 quarterback of all time and arguably top 5. From a talent perspective, there's not a lot of quarterbacks better than Dan Marino.
Baltimore Ravens, Lamar Jackson. The greatest rushing quarterback of all time, definitely makes this list. Shout out Joe Flacco, though. Pittsburgh Steelers, Ben Roethlisberger. Shout out Terry Bradshaw, but Ben is the more talented QB. Cincinnati Bengals, Joe Burrow. This might be early for some, but I don't care. Joe Burrow is one of the most accurate quarterbacks of all time already. Cleveland Browns, Otto Graham. I can't really think of anyone else. If I have to rank him, I have to rank him, and Otto Graham unfortunately is here. Indianapolis Colts, Peyton Manning, the greatest regular season quarterback of all time. Arguably has the greatest regular season by any quarterback ever in 2004. Houston Texans, Deshaun Watson. Yes, we know Watson's a piece of shit, but he's the best quarterback that the Texans have ever had. Jacksonville Jaguars, Mark Brunell. He holds pretty much every passing record for the Jaguars. And I know what you're saying. Trevor Lawrence is definitely more talented than Mark Brunell. But at the end of the day, Mark Brunell was way more consistent than Trevor Lawrence so far at this point in their careers. Tennessee Titans, Warren Moon. Shout out Steve McNair, but I think Warren Moon was definitely the more talented quarterback. And I think he actually had a better peak in 1990. This one is pretty close, though. Kansas City Chiefs, Patrick Mahomes. He's a top 2 talent ever. Already a top 5 quarterback ever. And he might be reaching GOAT status with Brady. We never know, though. Los Angeles Chargers, Dan Fouts. Justin Herbert will definitely take the spot one day. But for now, I went with Dan Fouts. He led some of the best offenses in the late 70s and 80s, and he was robbed by a kicker for MVP. Go figure. Las Vegas Raiders, Kenny Stabler. Not a lot of great Raiders quarterbacks, but Kenny Stabler, for his time, was pretty good. And the last team, Denver Broncos, Peyton Manning. I don't care what John Elway fans say. He's the most overrated quarterback of all time. Peyton Manning led one of the greatest offenses of all time in 2013. And his 3 years in Denver where he was actually a good quarterback are better than any of John Elway's seasons. I don't care.